Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Cosmo Choy is one man who supported William Samoei Ruto using his social media platforms because he's not in Kenya. And this is the same person who was using those kind of nasty words toward the President Uhuru Kenyatta, towards Raila Amolo Odinga, towards their family. He went to an extent of using those same nasty words on Mama Ngina Kenyatta. And all this was in the name of campaigning for William Samoei Ruto and defending one William Samoei Ruto. But the other day, Cosmo Choy was on social media lamenting the manner in which William Ruto is managing this country or governing. Cosmo Choy lectured Ruto. In fact, he's telling William Ruto that he has lacked wisdom to lead this country. It's very clear, you are well educated, you have PhD. But now, education is different from wisdom. According to him, Ruto has lacked wisdom because seemingly it's like he's selling Kenya to Somalia. Remember, he's also very clear. He is not against the Kenya Somalis. What he's talking about is those people from Somalia who are radicalized, the people we call Al-Shabaab. And seemingly it's like Aden Duale is using William Samoei Ruto to do his own business in Somalia and is pushing for opening the border between Kenya and Somalia, something that now Ruto has agreed on even. According to him, this is an enterprise that is going to benefit few individuals, but at the same time, Ruto has risked Kenyan people because now they are going to be exposed to those terrorists who are coming from Somalia. Even as we talk now, even our own Kenyan Somalis are not safe with these gangs when they make their way to this country. You remember what happened in Garissa University? Who are the majority there? We lost lives. We had a lot of attacks in this country. But Kenya went to an extent of building wall between Somalia and Kenya. What was the reason? First of all, listen to him, then from there we will go deeper into this discussion.
Umekosea mtukufu rais, mimi kama Cosmo mwenye nimekutetea sana. Hata kama uko smart, umekosea. Umekosea, umeuza nchi yetu kwa Wasomali. Ndio, unapenda Aden Duale. Mtukufu rais, kuna vitu unakosea. Uko na PhD kabisa. Lakini wisdom ni kitu tofauti. Wasomali ni wetu wale wako Kenya. Lakini umeuza nchi yetu kwa Wasomali. Aden Duale ako na interest. Na niliona kwa speech yake, anaforce lazima ufungue mipaka. Kwani yeye ni nani? Watoto wetu wamekufa kwa shule, huko Mandera, huko Garissa wakawawa. Ile Kakuma ilikuwa wakimbizi wanaenda huko. Uhuru Kenyatta alifunga. Paka saa hii hatujaona anything bad ina happen. Kufungulia mipaka na Wasomali wakuje, Aden Duale aende alete makaa yote kutoka huko, biashara yote kufungulia mipaka na Wasomali wakuje, Aden Duale aende alete makaa yote kutoka huko, biashara yote, magari yake ile transport, kila kitu duty free, ndio atajirike. Alafu muue biashara ya Wakikuyu. Kuwa biashara ya Wakikuyu, kufungua mipaka, wanaleta hiyo materrorist nyumbani kwetu. Kibaki ulifukusa wao wakaenda. Aden Duale anakuambia lazima ufungue mipaka ndio apitishe vitu, magari yake hiyo aende huko elete kila kitu. Hiyo sio mzuri. Wamekosea. Intelligence yote ya Kenya, TCI wamepeana Wasomali. Kwa military, mkubwa wa intelligence ni Msomali. NIC wanafungua mipaka kuharibu biashara ya Wakikuyu. Watu wanakuja na vitu duty free, wanauza isiri town, wanaharibia Wakikuyu. Hiyo sio mzuri. Wamekosea.
Now we are continuing with the Punchline discussion, but there's a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, there are two main things that Cosmo Choy is trying to address in that video. Number one is the issue of insecurity in Kenya because of opening the border. Number two, he's talking about people who have business interest in Somalia and Kenya, who want to do it despite any other dangers that come with it. They will not talk about the people who are killing in the Kikuyu business to do other business, because again, Somalians, we have Kenyan Somalis. These are our own people. They have right to do their own business. The issue is that it should be clean business. So sitasema tukuwe biashara wa Kikuyu, hapana. Nataka tuseme tu ya kwamba politicians who have interest in business, but they don't care even about the risks that come with that. And then the issue of insecurity in this country. Tuko hapo sawa. Now, you go to the issue of insecurity. From that point, you ask one question. How did Kenya reach to a point where they decided to close the border between Kenya and Somalia? Besides that, what influenced Kenya to go to an extent of building a wall? They dug a very deep trench between the border of Kenya and Somalia, and they were building a wall to cross that border. Kwa nini tulifikia kiwango hiyo? That is the big question on this punchline. Because someone did not just wake up one morning and say that we have to build a wall between Kenya and Somalia. No. Remember, money was allocated in billions of shillings to build that wall. And that work was done by the army officers in this country. The issue was that it was becoming uncontrollable to deal with the issue of terrorism in this country, because the borders were open and the gang from Somalia were coming every time. Al-Shabaab will just think to get to Kenya, go and terrorize people, then go back. They will just think to come and attack, then go back. So it becomes a big problem differentiating the Somalia citizens who are coming to this country and the Kenya Somalis. So you see, they will hide between our own people here. It became a big problem. That led to an extent whereby you see, when you are a Kenyan Somalian, you would be asked about your ID. You have to produce your ID every point you are going to. You see, look at that. Kutoa kitambulisho ni kama sasa hata saa zingine nafaa kuwa kama vitambulisho mbili, because it's so hard to identify these two. Tulikuwa tumefikia hapo. Lakini when this issue of closing this border to reduce the terrorism that has been happening and the attacks, everything had calmed. Mambo ya kuitisha watu vitambulisho kila saa haikukuwa. The Kenyan Somalis were not now suffering from this issue of being asked at every point that leta kitambulisho. Haikukuwa size. Why? Because Uhuru, in his own wisdom and sitting down with the security chiefs, he got the right advice to deal with this issue once and for all. Close the border. Stop these people from coming to this country. Sasa mambo ya tax kwa universities in Garissa haikuwa, ilikuwa imesimama. Mambo ya tax in some of the malls in this country hatukuwa tunasikia. Everything was in order. Hata kama kuna some attacks that were happening, ilikuwa ni very small and controllable. I know very well we have the NIS team in this country, and if you go and kama wanaweza kukufungulia tu wakwambie ile mambo wanapata in intelligence to do with the attacks in this country, they are huge. Hata wewe mwenyewe you cannot imagine. But it has been able to be controlled because they are always being informed and they give out information. Kama ni information ya kwenda kwa mambo ya police inaenda. Kama ni ya kwenda kwa army inaenda. Kama ni ya kwenda kwa DCI inaenda huko timely. But Ruto is giving a deaf eye into that, a blind eye. He's giving it a deaf ear, a blind eye. Hajafikiria kuhusu hayo yote. So Aden Duale comes in and he convinces him open the border. And beside this, hata kama vile borders zilikuwa zimefungwa, there was allegation that we have politicians who are already doing business in this country from Somalia. So wanalipa on the way, and unalipa kwa nani? Unalipa kwa hawa terrorist Al-Shabaab. So you pay some levy to them for you to pass your luggage. Uko na mzigo, labda ni makaa, juu hiyo ndio wanafanya kutoka kule, ama ni sukari pia, juu kuna ile hata sukari ya magendo. So kupitisha hiyo sukari unalipa hawa watu ndio ipite ifike huko Kenya. Kuna wanasiasa walikuwa wanafanya hizo. Now you see Cosmo Choy is mentioning Aden Duale. Mimi sijasema, lakini yeye amesema. So this is what they have been going through, and now wanaambia Ruto, now we are in the power, open this border so that we can have free movement of goods and services. Hawataki sasa hiyo mambo ya kufanya nini? Kulipa kwa hawa jamaa. But again, they want to do this business, and imagine hii ndio sukari imekuwa imepitia kwa hii njia kuja hii Kenya, na ndio ikaua Mias Sugar. Watu waweze na mnapata habari. So you come to the issue of business. It seems like people are not focusing more on the issue of security, but their own business. Nakumbuka Matiang'i alienda to an extent of even threatening to close ile ilikuwa Kakuma refugee camp, because hawa jamaa wanakuja wanaingia huko, and from there they get their way, they start learning on how to deal with the issues here, they study, they come one time, they attack, they go. So this government is not caring about the issue of terrorism. Terrorism ilirudi chini, wanabiashara wakafanya biashara yao. Lakini wakati unafungulia majangili waanza kukuja huku, biashara ianza kunoga hapa, attacks itaanza. Tell me, which investor will be willing to come to this country? Will Kenya be safe again? Will William Ruto manage to deal with the terrorists coming from Somalia? Will we go back to an extent whereby now we will be asking our own Somali citizens to produce 2 IDs just because terrorists are in this country and seemingly they speak same language? Do we want to go in that direction? Indeed, Ruto has lacked wisdom, or he has refused to apply wisdom where necessary. Cosmo Choy amesema ya kwamba wameweka kule Somalians in key position. I will not go into that direction because I would not want to sound like I'm spreading here mambo ya tribalism. No, I don't want to go there. Sababu tukisema hivyo tutaenda tuseme mambo ya Wakalenjin, na tuseme watu wengine pia pale. No. The issue is all about politicians and the people in the cabinet with the interest of business at expense of risking this country. I don't know your views, but tupatana in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.